Hello everyone, this is Meg at Chasing Retro, and I have another 80s journal flip through to share with you. This is another of the fabric covered journals. This one is also reserved. Let me show it to you. This one is probably the fanciest, the most shiny of all of them. This one was requested by someone who was a teenager in the 80s, and so I tried to make it a little more older in theme. She was also a big fan of Garfield, so I put my Garfield and Odie Shrinky Dinks on this one. There's a roller skate Shrinky Dink. There is a Barbie hanger. This is from my own Barbie collection, as well as this boombox. Some of these are little dime store or Cracker Jack box charms. Here's a little Barbie weight. There's a filled heart with confetti, a little cassette tape, a shoe. Yeah. I think that's it. I think I got all of the charms. It also has a paperclip bead dangle that is removable. This is removable also. This is made from some sparkly fabric that is not retro or not vintage, but it's retro inspired, and it is black with actual glitter embedded in it. And honestly, it reminded me of the carpet at roller skating rinks in the 80s. So that's kind of why I went with this roller skate topper. This is a roller skate vinyl sticker that I just sewed down onto cardstock, and then I punched out some stars, decorated it, and put mirror tiles around the outside to represent the disco ball that's at the movie theater, the skating rink. This journal measures, the name of this journal is Tiffany. I used 1980s baby names for these journals. This one is 9 inches tall, 6 1/8 wide, 2-inch spine, and 3 signatures. And this one, the signatures are sewn in with 3 different color threads. And it is tied with a sewn in lime green grosgrain ribbon. And it has, let's see, 46 folded pages, so whatever that is for leaflets and back and fronts. The other one that I showed had 50 folded leaflets. This one has just a little bit less. They're all going to be pretty similar, 13 to 17 pages per signature, depending on the thickness of the papers that I used. So this one has a little school notebook paper here. I made some fodder out of some Babysitter's Club book pages and some paint, some watercolor paint. This says tubular on this little label. And then we have a Snoopy journaling card, a sewing pattern lady on some coral cardstock with some vintage fabric. Each journal will come with journaling prompts. And here's a little note home from Snoopy for a teacher. And then on this side, we have a double pocket with a cluster with some 80s lame fabric and some silver net. We have a little tiny Six Flags Over Georgia playing card. This is from the game Girl Talk, Secret Diary. An ET trading card. And each journal will come with a little PVC flip pad of QR codes of various links that are super fun, interactive websites and games and such that I wanted to share with you all. Here's an index card with those little embellishments that I found, actual 80s. They were meant for sweatshirts and things, but I'll put them on the index card, and then a little tag. I'm going to take this off. Here's a popple on this side pocket vintage playing card with Miss Piggy. A little label. Some of this I got in Happy Mail just yesterday. Some of it I got in Happy Mail up to 3 years ago. I've been holding on to these things. Gift enclosure and a Big Ideas journaling page. Here's a little coloring page with journaling space on the back. A fluorescent fabric cluster. Here's a belly band. I had found at the craft reuse store this amazing bag of fuzzy, crinkly, and plastic shapes. I had stars and hearts and crowns and stuff like that. And I sewed those down to make a belly band. Here's a journaling card. A holographic envelope with a 80s quiz card inside. And of course, here's Gizmo having his temperature taken when he has a little fever at the end of the movie, Gremlins. Here's another piece of fodder, and it says Lamo. Some colored filler paper and a lame ruffle. This is an actual Mrs. Grossman sticker. Piano page from, this is the piano series that I learned how to play piano on starting at age 5. Computer paper with, I guess that's a Game Boy sticker. Another one of the fodders. This is just like a little text bubble. And this is from an 80s craft book. And it has a lot of gingham and patchwork. Things to do today list. It looked very 80s to me. Some rainbow ribbon, vintage gift wrap. Oh, some holographic tape. I didn't say this. Oh, maybe I did say this in the other video. Every journal purchaser will have the opportunity to also add on a add-on pack of 80s gift wrap, snippets, and or 80s fabrics. So these are just the leftovers of all the fabrics I used in these. And then I made 2 extras, and then if anyone chooses not to buy the add-on packs, I'll have more than 2 that I can put in my shop. Here's a Rick Rack side pocket, vintage playing card, index card, and a Garfield stationery page. A Care Bears, this is actually a Valentine, but I sewed it down. A cootie catcher, and my husband helped me make this. This is a vintage or a faux mall, imaginary mall directory, and we put some of the stores on there that you guys might remember seeing in the malls in the 80s. Y'all know I love some vintage retail. This is from a magazine. I think it's Good Housekeeping, but it's a vintage ad for CoverGirl lipstick. This is a wallpaper border that I made into a pocket. And I have a Smurf card here. And on this side, I felt like we were sort of car obsessed in the 80s, so I found some classic 80s cars in magazines and made some journaling cards out of them. Here is a planner page from 1986. Care Bears cookbook. This is a sticker from the 80s. I tried to use authentic 80s stickers when I could. I had several of them. A Mr. Happy. Yes and No quiz book and a little cluster here. The center is the Snuggle Bear, which we all remember, and little ads on TV for him. The little checkerboard pattern was popular, so I made a tab out of that. And here are some star confetti sewn down. Another fodder piece. I stapled a rainbow ribbon up here. Cabbage Patch cereal. Do y'all remember all these sugary cereals we used to eat? This is an ad for color slides for the California Rose Parade. And then an ad for, I think this is Reebok, an old Reebok ad, and I sewed some fabric down. This is a sort of long cluster, and I put some sequin waste or punchinello, and this is part of a box of flashcards. A little tuck pocket with a Smurf. This is a tag made out of an actual strawberry shortcake dust ruffle. And then we have a Muppets stationery page and a fluorescent memo pad sheet. Mrs. Grossman stickers there. An 80s quiz card. A picture of an 80s Kmart with the little saying that we all remember hearing on the speakers. Another Garfield stationery page. And this is a side pocket with some peekaboo cellophane shapes. Just a little journaling card with a tab. Oops. Oh no, I keep thinking that this is stuck, but I glued this down to the back of this page. This is some Milton Bradley money. This is a playing card from Long John Silver's and more Mrs. Grossman stickers. A little vintage kitty cat sticker. This is a primary colored Benetton looking cluster. Here are some puffy iridescent heart stickers. Some washi, and I put the word bogus right there. This is the confetti tape that you guys watched me make this week. A Smurf cutout. This is a 1980s reissue of a stamp. It says compact discs. This is a sort of a glittery pocket folder that I made into tags. Sewed some unicorns down. This flips up, by the way. Babysitter's notes. I got this in Happy Mail this week. Just a little note sheet of a checklist and some 80s fabric made into a tag and a peach colored Rolodex card. Here's a fluorescent cluster. Really fun coloring page. Look at this fabric flip, y'all. Is this not 80s or what? I love that. I just happened upon this fabric at the reuse store the week before I put these in. This is a division flashcard. This is a really cool invitation. I love the pastel grid from the 80s. And this is a vintage Epcot postcard. And a calendar page from 1986. Here's a While You Were Out. We all had these next to our phones, didn't we? Taking messages from mom and dad when they weren't home. This is gift wrap made into a card. And this is a dump cake recipe, which I feel like got real popular in the 80s. Veg Out, the sticker says, and we have another quiz card in here. Punchinello belly band with some ribbon. Really cool playing card. I love those. Just a little die cut to put somewhere you'd like. This is sort of a post-it. It folds out. And then here's an ad for Dr. Pepper from a parade program, I believe. Do you remember the Dr. Pepper Be a Pepper campaign? I feel like the Dr. Pepper slogans were not as catchy as the Coke. But this is from a vintage Peanuts book. Some lame ruffle here. I love this. It just feels like gymnastics uniform to me. Some grid on here with a ticket and gift enclosure and a Be Kind, Please Rewind. And a little bulletin board letter. This is an actual, I guess, hang tag from the 80s and Precious Moments card. Sewing pattern instructions from an 80s pattern. This is a table cover that I stitched around to secure the layers. This is an actual Mellow Smello sticker, and it still smells. It doesn't smell like it should fully because it's, 30-something, 40-something years old, but it is intact. And here is a Sesame Street flashcard. This is just a cutout of some videotapes. This is from a Smurf book. Clipped in here, we have a Ziggy gift wrap, Ziggy card, and an Uno card, and then a piano playing record sheet to log hours. I remember logging this piano practice hours. Here's a little thermos sticker, another piece of fodder, a Mr. Miss or Mr. Men book page. This is another one of my, I said this in the last video, this is from my actual collection from my childhood of Barbie paper dolls. I decided to share one outfit with each journal, and this one is so 80s. And it's on this hot fluorescent poster board paper. Some washi here. This is from a Tupperware cookbook. Here's a Cabbage Patch Bank image. This is a fun cluster with fabric, cardstock, thread, and a boombox. This is from a Ziggy cross-stitch book. And every journal will come with a double-decker sticker holder. There are some very old stickers in here, and there are some scratch and sniff stickers in here, y'all, that still smell. And there is one Mr. Yuck sticker, because I feel like every bathroom sink had things underneath in the 80s with Mr. Yuck on them. And here's just a little punk girl die cut, and this folds all the way out. This is some, I just got a wide brush and tried to create the watercolor brush look of the 80s. This is some 80s jersey knit that I made into a tag. Holly Hobby pan from a Wilton catalog. This, I found these at my reuse store in the ephemera drawers. It says Punk-O-Rama, artist Joe Spencer, 1983. Insert nose here. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's a postcard. It's a little weird, but you know what? It's 80s, and it's so 80s. I had to include that. I think I got 2 or 3 of those. And that's so 80s score sheet, and this is just a Garfield envelope. I took the outer package of the Barbie trading card little bag, and I glued it down and sewed around it. So this is what you would have seen at the checkout registers when you bought them. And this is some Cabbage Patch gift wrap made into a card, dot matrix index card, Babysitter's Club note sheet, babysitter's instructions, and an iridescent tag with some butterfly cutouts. Super fun stuff. And this says psych. I said this in my last video, but these little stickers are not wanting to stay really well, but when I tried gluing them down with Fabri-Tac, the Fabri-Tac wanted to melt the plastic. So I'll let you guys decide how you'd like to stick those down better if you wish. I didn't want to mess them up. This is a piece of wallpaper border. This is a sewing pattern card and a fluorescent index card. I just put some star stickers there. Attached to this little tab is a little cassette tape charm. Here's some ribbon with some rainbows. Boombox image. Mr. I don't know who he is. Mr. Bump. And this is a cluster made with tissue paper with confetti in it. This is a character from Rose Petal Place. I used to have a Rose Petal Place lunchbox. Here we have a stationery page with Mickey Mouse and vintage 80s wallpaper card. Here's a sticker of Simon. More that table cover. A library pocket with a tag, made with the wallpaper border in a cluster. Fabric pocket with a fun tag. This is from a JCPenney catalog. Here's some embossed cardstock, and this is a flash card. This is braided paper. It's actually combed. And then I stitched some fluorescent ribbon. And here's the shaker card. It's very Precious Moments looking. I just love it. It looks like a greeting card from the 80s. And I don't think it's from the 80s. I think this book was published in 91. So, you know, really close. Superman trading card. A tag, and this is my attempt at making Memphis patterns with paint pens. And this glitter pocket with a ruffle. A double side pocket. Here is my home created hang in there kitten poster. New Kids on the Block trading card. Some Barbie fashion pages. There's two sides to that. Here is, this is from the cover of a Ziggy cross-stitch book. And then we have a craft book page. Like one of those that you would have gotten at a book fair at school. One of those types of publications. This was funny. Somebody had put a Garfield sticker on the first page of this Pound Puppies book, so I put it in this journal. This flips open, and of course we have to include Kool-Aid. This is not vintage. This is recent. You can make it and drink it. And here's a cluster. A JCPenney page with roller skates. How amazing is that? And here is a flip pad with the 80s sticker. We have a thank you card. And this is a shelf liner, actually, made into a card. And this is a open-ended drawing page from the 80s. I found that at an estate sale. This is from Muppets Take Manhattan comic book. A pencil sticker, a Kool-Aid flip tag, and I think this is a self-published coloring book someone had hand-drawn. How cute is that? And look at that 80s handwriting. Amazing. This says Big Whoop. It's got some washi here. A little workbook page. This is a tool cluster with a Star Brad. Tracing paper, a ledger pocket. My Little Pony magazine page made into a card. Sewing pattern ladies. And a page taken out of the Babysitter's Club books. I read those almost all the way up. I stopped reading them shortly before the series ended. And my daughter tried to get into them but didn't really love them as much as I did. This is a really fun glittered tool. It's like a black tool. A Barbie little golden book page. Here is a shaped card made with unicorn jersey knit fabric, and a teddy bear journaling page. A cluster here, a really fun 80s themed, or I think it's actually 80s, very 80s. Thank you card. I got that in Happy Mail, I think. This is a die cut of a boombox. And this is just another one of those book fair books, and it had the rainbow in it, so I was like, well, we probably saw this book at the book fair, even though it was published a little before that. I lived for a book fair. Oh my goodness, I loved it. Tracing paper, black paper. You can use gel pens on this. Hot dog sticker from the 80s. Fabric pocket. This is 80s fashion material. It's like splatter painted. So fun. And then this is from a vintage crib sheet. I made journaling cards out of it. And this is, you know, the backing of an invitation pack. And I saved a bunch of them and made flip pads. Here's another one of the fodders with a roller skate, index card, and a Family Circus cartoon. Doesn't that look like the inside of a Shoney's? Which was one of my favorite restaurants in the 80s. Don't sleep on the Shoney's breakfast bar. bicycles. There's one with strawberry shortcake on it. Rainbow ribbon here on, this is Kool-Aid dyed paper. And tucked into this belly band, Richard Scary image. This is it's actually a backdrop for a party, for like a photo op from Dollar Tree. But I thought it looked like a cassette tape that had come unwound. So I put it in tulle and sewed around it. And this is a vintage party invite. And that's it, guys. That's it for Tiffany. Tiffany's ready to go to the roller rink and to her new owner. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys enjoy the other flip throughs. Check them all out. They will be posting a little at a time. See you soon.